I think a project like Fierce is awesome for our students, whether you're a player in the ensemble, whether you're part of the cast at large, you're one of the principal cast members, or you're working behind the scenes. If you're involved in this project, you're learning how to bring a big performing arts work to the stage.
3, 2, 1, action.
In order to tell you what it is about, it's important to start with how it came about.
Fierce began with one of our assistant professors of jazz, William Menefield, who was commissioned by the Cincinnati Opera to write Fierce and then to collaborate with the librettist Sheila Williams. It debuted at the Cincinnati Opera in the summer of 2022.
I wanted to highlight the challenges and the triumphs of the lives of young women in contemporary society.
There were a number of our team members who went to go out and see that performance. And I feel like almost immediately I was talking to our school of music director, Tammy Walker, and in our hearts we knew that we had to bring this work to the stage.
We are just incredibly grateful that we've been given the space and the support to put together something like this for the community, for Iowa City, and we're confident, very, very confident that the audience is going to walk away from this having experienced an opera of the type and of the level that they haven't experienced before.
Here they said, how do you want to do it? You know, and they make me feel special. They call me Dr. Menefield. Dr. Menefield, how do you want to do it? It's like, whoa, all these things that I was seeing when I was writing the music, I'm actually getting the community. You know what I mean? Like, that's a huge thing. It's just opening up parts of me that I didn't even know were there.
That's why we're here, to think about how we can make really impactful, really complex, and really meaningful work. Whether you are studying in the School of Music and Theater Arts, or you're studying in another department, but this is one of your passions, you leave a production like Fierce and you know what it means to bring a meaningful work to the stage.
All right, man, mix it up, man. Well, I remember he just said keep going. He said, play something else.
There's hip hop influences, there's jazz influences, there is salsa and soul, gospel, funk.
They got a rap, they got a song about otters, which is very cool.
It is really a fusion of every kind of genre of singing that I have studied at the university, which has been amazing.
And that's what's so remarkable, because in one moment you might be feeling very emotional in a ballad that's being sung, and the next thing you know, you are tapping your toe with the Cuban rhythms that are happening, and then you think, wait, how did we just get there? Well, we just got there.
He's got it all in there, and everyone who sits in a seat at Hancher will hear something that's familiar to them, and hopefully that will make them, rock a little bit from side to side.
I mean, Fierce is an event. This is like a thing that is happening. It is not small, it is big. We've got a big cast, we have an amazing technical production. That's an event. It's like a Broadway production coming through. It's a thing to behold.
It's been amazing. We have an incredible set. We have amazing costumes and lighting and sound, and the music coming from the pit has just been extraordinary. And of course, the artists on stage have they've knocked me over with their enthusiasm and their skill. So it's just been a great process for me.
The Performing Arts Production Unit is focused on bringing a production from the earliest vision, blue sky, big thinking, into very specific life. Our designers create what they would like to see on stage, and then we work with members of our own team who are focused on those specific skills needed to create that on stage.
We were able to fill a stage with 56 feet wide worth of scenery and about 22 to 26 feet tall, well, easily 29 to the middle. It is a big space to fill. The texture of the concrete in general was a lighting surface, it was a projection surface, and it was a metaphor surface for their struggles.
The rehearsal room has a really fun energy. The cast is great, and it's been really enjoyable watching them grow into these roles and become confident on stage.
They've really tried to foster an environment of growth. So we'll stop and talk about acting methods in the middle of working on a scene, or we'll stop and talk about different kinds of vocal technique when working on a specific vocal number for the opera. And I think that's really important for fostering this idea of learning and community, and we laugh a lot, and everybody makes jokes, and we make little dances, and I think that's just really fun.
To see the students really enjoying the scale and understanding even more what it takes, because they had that many more costume changes to think about, and being supported by a huge set behind you and a supporting cast of ensemble players, that's been the best.
Well, as a novelist, my job is to write novels, and I get to do that by myself and micromanage everything. As a librettist, I have to write with the composer in mind, with the artists in mind, the singers, individuals in the pit, set design, costume design. There are a whole lot of people involved that I don't have to deal with when I'm writing a novel. So I had to learn to collaborate. And that was a little scary, but a lot of fun.
The School of Music, the School of Dance, the School of Theater, all of these different art programs coming together for this performing arts at Iowa. It's just lovely. It's just been a great experience to be someone who is involved in the arts and feel like your work is enjoyed by a large group of people in the area.
That is part of our work at Performing Arts at Iowa, is to really have this be an arts engaged campus. Whether you study the arts or the performing arts, or you study chemistry, you come across Fierce, and I hope that you're wowed and thinking like, I can't believe this is happening here. And so that's part of what we're trying to contribute in terms of the overall culture and environment here.
I have been part of several conversations that Andre Perry has been having with the students from different departments, sort of like, what are your concerns? What would you like to change? How would you like to have collaboration with the other departments? So we've been trying, and he told us he's having this conversation with the Department of Music students, Department of Dance students. I think that's a really positive thing that I feel like I have not seen anywhere else.
We haven't produced an opera that was written by a jazz faculty member. We haven't co-produced it with Hancher, the major presenter on campus. There's a lot of things that are brand new that's setting our students up for incredible success, that they're watching us do that. They're part of that unknown, that brand new idea that we're making a reality. So this is definitely something that's in line with our long-term strategic goal.
The students are the reason I have been here this long. To see them being able, I get emotional about it, to see them manifest characters on stage with a wonderful orchestra support. I mean, it's a glorious art form. And for them to begin their operatic careers, with us being a part of it, it's a joy. It is a sincere joy.
I'm a passionate educator. I get it from my mom. As far as teaching my students is concerned, the joy I get just comes from seeing them grow. There's just a lot of vulnerability in being a student. They're basically saying, hey, here's this thing I want to do with my life, and I'm trusting you to help me with it. What?
The musicians, the singers, the set designers, the costumes, and it's just inspiring when you think that, out of a few words that I wrote on a page, there's an opportunity for so many art forms to participate and bring it to the theater, and it just really is an amazing feeling. It takes on a life of its own, and that's the way all works of art should be. They live and soar on their own wings.
We're trying to have a place where creativity and creative practice are our core values. And so a project like Fierce, I think, really digs into that. It's celebrating the art-making process, and then us as the community and the patrons, we're able to celebrate these great creative accomplishments.
Okay, we're gonna stop here.